When you hear that noise, you know what time it is. I'm Dr. Miss Wendy.
Dr. Sean, thank y'all. Hey, thank y'all.
And for those of you who don't know, we are celebrating today. What are we celebrating? First of all, I made these cute little tags that say Dr. Miss Wendy. Also the intake nurse. And I think I made him a tag that says Dr. Sean, and he is also the specialist.
Yes,
we are celebrating. We want to thank you all, and we're going to switch here so you can see in 4 days. 4 days. Can we say 4 days? Yay! You all have made us #1 on YouTube in these areas. Let's switch, doctor.
Right.
He's going to read to you what we are #1 in, thanks to you. Thanks to you.
Number one, money doctors for debt free. When you put that in YouTube, we're #1. We're #1 for the money doctors. When you type it in YouTube, we're #1. Common tax deductions. When you type that in, we're #1.
Yes.
And money doctors, again, we're #1.
So we are #1 for money doctors. We are #1 for kids money doctors. We are #1 for debt-free money doctors. Can you turn this for me?
Oh, yeah.
And we are #1 for common tax deductions.
Yeah.
And #1 for tax
#1.
money doctors.
There we go.
So we are #1 and we are celebrating. And hey, it's Customer Day. So in 4 days, we just want to tell y'all to keep it up, keep it up, keep it up. And for those of you who don't know who we are, which we are #1, super excited. Again, I am Dr. Miss Wendy.
Dr. Sean.
And we are the money doctors. And we do 3 things plus some more. What do? We are super excited today. Thank you all so much for making us #1. Thank you. All right. Now, what do we do, Doctor? For another wonderful episode.
#1. Again, there we go, #1. That's the word of the day, #1. First thing we do is we show you how to put $500 to $1,500 in your pocket in the next 30 to 45 days. Boy, #2.
Number two.
We're not #2.
We're not #2. We're #1.
#2. The next thing we do is we show you how to boost your score 50 to 100 points in 30 to 60 days.
Yes.
#2. And #3. The third thing we do is we show you how to knock out debt or eliminate debt fast.
And then we also look at the last 3 years of your taxes to see if you left any money on the table. If you have not filed, or if you thought you didn't get enough money, you can go to our email, which is at the bottom, money doctors for you. Ooh, I'm so excited. Tongue-tied, money doctors for you at gmail.com. Now, let's see our celebratory mode. Let's see who our patient is today. Well, we are a financial. Did you touch me?
I touched you.
I don't know if we're going to get through our show today. Don't touch me anymore. Okay, now, we are a financial hospital. And at our financial hospital, we have patients that come with illnesses. All of their illnesses are cured with financial knowledge, and everybody lives happily ever after. So, what do you have to say, Dr. Wow?
Remember
our patient.
Subscribe. That's how we got the #1. Subscribe.
All right,
like us. Share
y'all
us.
Listen, person. Listen. Say it again, doctor.
Listen.
Woo!
Yes.
It feels good. Okay. Before we get our patient, this book is the little book of Dear God Letters. Thanks for thinking of love. And illustration is by Annie Fitzgerald. And today it says, Dear God, if I'm not allowed to cross the road, how will I get anywhere? Don't worry about what you can't do. Think of all the things you can do. God will use your life in a special way. Think of your life as a giant quilt. Right now you can only see one square of the quilt, but God can see the whole picture. he sees the beautiful colors and lovely patterns. One day, you two will see the entire picture. Don't stress about how to get across the road. In time, God will show you the way. For the thoughts are not your thoughts. For my thoughts are not your thoughts. Neither are your ways my ways, says the Lord. For as the heavens are higher than the earth, so are my ways higher than yours. So this is the picture, and it fits right into our next patient. Our next patient was a referral, and of course it dawned on her, hey, to come to us to see what we could do to help her. And she, with her beautiful self, this is Miss Jasmine. Jasmine, can you say hi? Hi. Hi. Don't talk too loud, because Jasmine has an earache on both of her ears. So, doctor, you taking your notes about Miss Jasmine here? And what Miss Jasmine has is, when I gotta get my hair out of my face here so I can be more beautiful. Woo, woo. All right, that gave me a chance to shake my head. Okay, Miss Jasmine had started to have pains in her ears, and it shortly started after she did not get the promotion on her job, and she had already spent the promotion money, and she fell behind in her student loan debt. So a friend of hers got their taxes taken away, and it was applied to their past student loan debt. So once she heard that in her ears, she was like, oh my, are they going to take my taxes too next year because my student loan is in default? So doctor, this is Miss Jasmine, and she has a little bit of problem hearing, so you might have to talk a little bit loud. And this is our sign. This is Dr. Sean. And also, you can put the closed caption on if you're not quite sure what we're saying. And Jasmine is going to go on over to the doctor.
All right. Okay, Miss Jasmine. All right. So, I heard that you was having some ear issues. So, let's take a look at your ears. And they kind of small there.
Doctor, she having problems hearing.
Obviously, you having those small ears, probably won't be able to hear too much.
She needs to be able to listen.
All right.
Woo, woo.
So after testing your ear and checking your body, I think we got a solution to your problem.
Oh, he did that in a minute. Can we say yay, yay? What's the problem, doctor?
All right. So in her case, she told me that she had a lot of student loan debt.
And because her student loan debt is in default, she has run out of time.
Yeah, the clock was ticking.
Clock was ticking.
So in her case, since she has so much student loan debt, she has student loan debt-itis.
No! Not student loan debt-itis.
Student loan debt-itis.
Oh, student loan debt-itis, for those of you who don't know, is when your student loan is in default. Student loan debt-itis. And that means that your student loan has become 60 days or more past due. Past due means you have not made a payment in the last 60 to 90 days, and that puts your student loan in default. Oh, not student loan debt-itis. Oh, what are you going to do, doctor? What is the solution?
So the solution
She said she didn't have the money to pay her student loan. What happens now?
So then now her solution is she needs to call her student loan company and find out what her options are.
You mean like 1, 2, 3? Wow.
Right.
What are her options, doctor? What is number 1?
All right. So the first thing she needs to do is call them up and find out what her options are. And normally the 3 options that's available is 1, pay all the money that she owes at one time.
But she doesn't have any money to pay it. What's her other option, doctor?
Okay, option number 2. Option number 2 is she can settle her debt with them for half or less than half.
But she owes over $60,000 in student loan debt, and she doesn't have any money.
Okay.
What's her option number 3, doctor?
Option number 3 is she can work out a payment arrangement. It's called an income-based payment arrangement. So some people, income is so low that they don't have any payments at all, And some of them, the payments are ridiculously low, like $5 to $10 a month. Okay?
No!
Correct. So then she has to talk to them and tell them what her situation is. And as long as she pays it on time for 6 months to a year, they'll take her out of default.
All right. So to recap, when your student loan is in default, and we'll do another story about how not to let your student loan get in default. But Miss Jasmine, she is so happy now because her student loan is getting ready to be out of default. When your student loan is in default, they can actually go into your paycheck, which is very rare. They will take your tax returns, and they also can contact your employer. They know where you work. It's the federal government. They find you. So the first thing is you can pay the whole thing off at one time, or number two was you can actually settle with them. But if you don't have any money, number 1 and 2 is not going to work. Number 3, which is what most people need, is you need to call them. Do not ignore your student loan debt. It's not like child support where they'll lock you up and take your license. But if you need a bank loan, if you need a house loan, if you need a loan, if you need a car loan, it's going to be reported on your credit report, which is a whole nother story. It's going to affect your credit score. It's going to affect your credit report. So she was able to call them up. And what happened when she called them, doctor? She said she can hear and everything now.
Yeah,
she chose number 3, and she's having a great day. What happened to Miss Jasmine?
So now Miss Jasmine is going to pay her monthly payment on time, which is $10 a month.
That was her first prescription. Because she doesn't make a lot of money, and they made it based on what she could afford. And then what happens after her 6 months?
So after she pays on time for 6 months straight, now they'll take her out of default.
And her credit score will go. Score? Can we say score? Can we say score? And her credit report is going to be better. Totally different episode. All right, that was the first prescription. And doctor, what's the second prescription you have for Miss Jasmine, who is totally excited? She can hear now because she does not have student loan debt-itis. Don't let your student loan scare you. Get it out of default. Get it out of default. Get it out of default. If you have any questions, email us at moneydoctorsforyou@gmail.com. Subscribe, like, and share. What's their last prescription?
The last prescription is the word, which is what we give to everybody. And the word for today is...
What's my turnaround thingy?
Hosea, chapter 4,
I don't know what it is.
verses 6, which is, my people are destroyed from a lack of knowledge.
She did not have the knowledge of what to do when her loan went in default, but they will not be taking her income tax money next year because once you make arrangements, they don't take it. Pay your arrangements, and of course, I am Dr. Miss Wendy, and here's my cabinet, and I am also the intake nurse. And we are your money doctors, and we want to thank you again, thank you for making us number 1, and we are number 1 money